sipping, I'm sipping, I'm sipping, I'm sipping, I'm sipping, I'm sipping, I'm sipping.
Sipping, I'm sipping, I'm sipping, I'm sipping, I'm sipping, I'm sipping, I'm sipping.
This is Sippin' with Sammie. I am Sippin' with Sammie. Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't sippin' with Sammie, you ain't sippin' right. Get your fucking life together. And we in the Trail Cave at the DJ Trail Mansion, as we've been here before, for I want to call it a special occasion, because I feel like part of what happens when we take losses is that we get together in somebody's cave or living room and we sip and we bind over the shit and try to get through it together.
Right.
So as we are a couple days removed from the latest tragedy being Kobe Bryant and his daughter and some friends of theirs passing in a helicopter accident, I felt like I didn't want to just talk about it to everybody individually. I wanted to talk to the world with some of my people that I'd be talking about it with any fucking way. So we got the host DJ Trail in here with us tonight. Woo! You know what I mean? The Trailiest. We got Chris Mack, the Experience. We got Sunny Brick as usual.
Yo.
Saf. We got the Mac and the logo Poe.
In the building.
You know what I mean? So I brought everybody here because, one, we need this footage. We need to cover this, but I also felt like this group of people is eclectic. We have a female. We got a young county dude. We got, you know what I mean, Jersey represented. We got Poe that don't even give that much of a fuck about sports, but understands and keeps up with all that shit somehow. And we got Trail that's probably bigger fucking Kobe fan as I am.
Always.
You know what I mean? And I'll start with myself. I'm 37 years old. Kobe 41. So around the time when I started taking basketball serious, 14, 15, when I started feeling like I was getting good, it was all about Kobe. You know what I mean? Like he played longer than I did. For real, when I feel like taking it seriously and all, which, I mean, he went professional, that's a given. But it's like he kind of started my journey. Like I started looking up to him, played, watching him, stopped playing, still was watching him. And he was still killing, but he was local, so we know a lot of people with ties to him. We've had interactions and experiences, and we've come across him in many different settings. But I think all of that makes it just a weird thing to even try to approach when you start thinking about his life or how to mourn him, with the post online in support of or whatever. Like, there's so many ways you could go with it. So I want to start, I guess, with how do everybody remember being introduced to Kobe? Like, what was your first memories of the Bean, the Mamba? Anybody can start. Trail, turn it down a little bit. You gonna kill the whole thing. Play my shit. They won't bother you.
There you go.
Sav, you want to start?
So it's funny as you said, talking about having a female in the room. Mine is definitely a female memory, but I remember when he wanted Brandy to go on his prime, or he took Brandy on the prime.
I remember that.
And I remember it was really a big deal because he was going to the league. We knew he was about to go to the league. And Brandy was my favorite at that time. So since that was my favorite, he was her favorite. Like, we was all favorites. So let's go. Like,
oh man, that's truly some female.
That's some females, but that's how I was introduced to him. But not
I think a lot of women met him that way.
Not to take away from anything moving forward. Of course, I was introduced way more forward, but that was my introduction. Like,
but that
he
was
took
16.
Brandy on the prime.
That was 16, 17 years old. So that's not like, you know what I mean? Right. Like, he was a kid. How much was you?
When they was 16, 17, we was 13, 14. So,
exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's what you would have seen, because that was the big story about it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Especially because he didn't go to Gratz.
But I remember the games. I was about to say. But I remember hearing about him playing and stuff like that. I remember the games too in high school. But we was just going into high school when he was coming out of high school.
Yeah, I didn't get to make it to a Lower Marion game at all.
Yes, I had friends and family that was out there. So
dope.
Yeah, I definitely remember. I didn't know the big deal. I knew about it when it was Brandy.
No, that was a big deal. Like, I mean, rest in peace, Eddie Griffin. I remember one of the things with Ed was when it came time to go on a prime, he said he wasn't going because Kobe took Brandy and he had to take somebody. And on the com, he was supposed to take Beyonce, but then he got in that trouble. Mm-hmm. But that's some insider info that niggas don't know. Like, he had it linked up to take B because his thing was, if Kobe took Brandy, I gotta take somebody. And at the time, B was lit, but B was young. You know what I mean? She was still the little country, you know, come up. Still, Destiny Child was still the thing.
She wasn't Beyonce yet.
Yeah, she wasn't the solo superstar, but that was a big deal for a lot of people though. Mm-hmm. That's ill. That's funny though, because you said as a female, that is funny.
Well, you know, before I moved out here, like around like 96 something. That's when they had that show, the high school
Yep.
sports show.
Yep.
Mhm.
What was the host's name? We used to watch that joint every week,
My
bro.
brother was on that joint like every week, so I used to check that joint out.
Debo.
But like, what the thing got me about Kobe, I think one year he broke his hand,
Mm-hmm.
and then he played the game with his left hand.
Mhm.
It got me right there.
Mm-hmm.
But my twin brother, he was more of a fan like of him. He put me on him. But that's how I first, discovered Kobe and everything.
Word. Maganu?
Me and Kobe, being from the county, you know what I'm saying? Me and Kobe have a closer relationship than a lot of people. Being a young 6-7-year-old basketball player, heard it. This guy that was running around the county that was just kicking everybody by the name of Kobe Bryant. So took a trip to the Lower Merion versus Norristown game, and I got my first. That's when I first see him play.
Mm-hmm.
It was over.
Over.
Like, yo, he's like that's somebody. Like I just watched something crazy. I just watched him. After that, it was just everything Kobe.
Well,
running in the crib, tapping it. Kobe.
I feel like everybody, when they first saw, by the time we got to see him, over here doing his thing, I feel like everybody knew he was special. It just the difference.
Yeah.
You can see a man amongst boys in these gyms, and that's on the football field, that's in basketball. When you go to these youth sports, you walk in that gym, you know who the ball is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a swagger to it. It's a consistency about it. It's an attitude. You see how they attack the game. You see their awareness. Because one thing I think that's underrated about him outside of his ability, and I think people are talking about it more in depth, was that his brain was a basketball computer.
Mm-hmm.
You saw it in his daughter later on
Yep.
that she's actually damn near coach with it. You know what I mean? The way she sees the game and the way she processes situations. So I think that a lot of people just from the gate just seen it in him. You just knew the instincts was there. You knew. We think first barring any injury and him staying on the right path.
Right.
Then he was destined to be Kobe. Trail, your turn.
I met the cat one time, and I'm not gonna go into that story because it's kind of embarrassing for TV.
I heard it.
But y'all heard it. He pretty much embarrassed the squad I was with. But I think what got me caught up in the reality of Kobe is I'm a Lakers fan. So I started out watching Magic, and then because before I was a Lakers fan, my coach gave me a tape. He said, we're gonna be playing Sunny Hill. I need you to be a big point guard. You're gonna watch Magic. But then Magic left the league, and then it was Kobe. And then I'm watching early as how he studied the game, how he broke apart cats, how he realized I'm gonna emulate the best player out there. I'm gonna be a carbon copy.
I'm about to say he duplicated that shit. Damn,
Duplicated Michael Jordan to the fullest.
It's crazy.
Every move, every nuance, the biting of the jersey, the trash talking. But what really got me is I saw an interview one day a long time ago, and this is when I started loving Kobe. Kobe said he was in the gym, and Rick Fox and somebody else, they was playing horse, and they were shooting threes.
Mm-hmm.
And Kobe they said, yo, Kobe, get in here, right? Kobe's a young boy. Kobe, get in here, play this horse with us. And Kobe was like, nah. And he said, nah, because at the time he didn't know how to shoot a three-pointer effectively. You know what I mean? And Kobe said at that point, that's when I started to realize that I need to know every nuance of this game to move forward and be effective. And ever since that time, dude's been unstoppable. And that to me was like, this dude's God. You know what I mean? It was Jordan and him and then whoever. And then Magic came right behind him for me. A lot of people argue about LeBron, but I'm like, y'all keep putting LeBron before
I feel like up until
Kobe.
Recently, people keep trying to skip Kobe
for years.
with LeBron.
And LeBron been telling us, he been telling us for years, yo, Kobe's a better player than me. I watched interviews where he said, Kobe's a way better player than
He says
me.
it all the time.
He's
All
more
the time.
athletic.
And these dudes is
But
like,
people
nah.
just taking it as him being humble. When he
Yeah,
knows the
nah.
inside.
It's real. It's true.
It's true, right?
He's
It's
more
true.
athletic.
But
LeBron's more athletic. He's a freak of nature.
absolutely.
Like Kobe, the fundamentals, the game, he don't got nothing on Kobe. Like
The intensity. We've
Right.
never seen LeBron hold that level of intensity. That's why he lost a lot of Kobe
just
fans.
started.
Like a lot of people that would have transitioned from Kobe to LeBron, the reason that they don't really particularly like LeBron is because they don't feel that dog in him that they felt out of Kobe.
Exactly.
It's hard to replace. Like, and you can't coach that. You can't teach that. People come about that different ways. If you ever play sports, sometimes you get your ass bust and you be like, never again.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get off and it gets your confidence up. Sometimes you sit in your house all night and you figure out I'm not going through this shit no more or whatever. Or you get beat up enough that you build that. But Kobe seemed to always have that. And we saw LeBron grow into that. We saw him when he started feeling like it was his league start wanting those moments more so than when he was trying to come up and prove his worthiness the same way we saw Kobe shoot the air balls
You know what?
that
You
he
know
got
what?
criticized for. He took the shot.
You know when Kobe knew he had that dog in him? Well, Kobe always knew. But you know when the world should have known?
Okay.
When Kobe came into the league and he wasn't taking no shit from Shaq. He was just like, yo, this is my squad. and in true fashion, if you know the game of basketball, you know when you got a big man back in the day, everything runs off the big man.
Yep.
That's just plain. I was taught that.
Well, back then, yeah, we started
Back
inside
then.
out. We started inside
yeah.
out.
And
But that was years in, actually, though.
yeah.
Because with the crazy thing, like, I thought about when you said, like, you were an actual Lakers fan, like, me too. Like, Nick Van Exel was my favorite player in the world.
Yeah.
At one point.
Nicky
You know what I'm
was
saying?
the
Like
truth.
I was a KJ fan, and
Yeah.
I was a Nick Van Exel
Hey,
fan.
a lot of people slip on
Nick
him.
had an attitude. He was lefty. He can
He
get
had
40
game.
whenever he
Yeah.
wanted to. Like, and it was
Make
like,
nice.
Yep.
he felt like hip hop because he didn't conform. Like, Nick always had that scowl on. So, like, I could fuck with him because I felt like he had that dog in him.
Exactly.
And he was running next to Eddie Jones. And it was a great team.
Eddie
And,
was
you know,
my
they
dude,
wasn't
too,
reaching
yeah.
with
Eddie
it.
right
But it
out
was a
there.
fun
Yep.
team to watch.
Yep.
So I was a Lakers fan from that day on when I realized I loved Nick. Then this kid came that I knew from being local. Like, I heard about him. You hear you in the circuit. You hear people saying, "Yeah, he's out this playground. And he has a game back such and such." And I'm like, all right, I wanted him to be good, but they got rid of Eddie Jones soon as he got there.
Yeah, for real.
And-
They was gonna have to pay Eddie.
Yeah.
Eddie wasn't no slouch.
Yeah, but mind you, that was the beginning of the end of Eddie Jones' career too, which
Yeah.
kind of hurt too.
Yeah.
So it was like, all right, they got rid of my man. I want to believe in this youngin. So then we had to watch Kobe grow and miss shots and take those opportunities. And it took a lot for a lot of people, but I just kept saying if the Lakers organization got rid of Eddie Jones for this kid, he'd have won. Like, I just believed it. You know what I mean? As much as I wanted Eddie to be there, it was just like, it's no way that family just gave this 18-year-old his job for no reason.
Exactly.
And he proved it. And he worked hard. And it's just like, it's a lot to be said about persistence, intensity, tenacity, about letting that shit roll off your back and just focusing on the next play or the next whatever. Because we've seen people fold after they've missed big shots in big games.
Let me ask y'all something. All around question. Magic always dubs Kobe as
Best Laker
the
ever.
greatest Laker of all time.
Right.
Mhm.
And at first I used to be like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Then as time went on, I was like, well, there's only two other Lakers that I put before him.
And I'll tell you why he wins.
That's
Go ahead.
Kareem. No, not even Magic. I
No.
dub him as better than Magic.
Mhm.
Kareem and Wilt. Because Wilt changed the game. Wilt was
Mhm.
dominating.
Mhm.
They had to change all that, you know, the dunking and all that good stuff for Wilt. So that's where you kind of appreciate that. Some people like Shaq because he was dominating, but Wilt was dominating first.
But neither is a bad argument.
No, it's not.
Kareem or Wilt, like,
But-
who are we talking
But
about, bro?
Kareem still got that
But I'ma
scoring
tell
record.
I'm
You
gonna
know
tell
what I
you
mean?
why Kobe ultimately is revered, I think, as the best Laker ever. It was the whole 20 years of his career.
Right.
Exactly.
He spent the whole dub there, what, 5 rings there.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because Kareem was Lou Alcindor with the Bucks. You know what I mean?
And not to mention, like, as far as business went, name another Laker that was that close with that family besides Magic.
Right.
That's it. It's only them two.
Name somebody
Ain't
that
nobody that
family
close.
really took in their family.
nobody
I'm
that
not
close.
saying that they don't revere their players, but on a level where Kobe is hand in hand, he talks to them
Mm-hmm.
constantly.
what makes Kobe not the GOAT? Because from my point of view, I feel as though he's the greatest of all time. I didn't get to live through the Magics and the Birds and all of those guys in the Jordan era for real. I've seen a little bit, but I'm more of a film guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
So what like when I look at tape, everything Jordan does, Kobe did it better. So I want to know what makes Jordan still the GOAT.
Well, a lot of his style. A lot of his style is from Jordan. Let's be real, like the fadeaway, the tongue out, the chewing the gum, the walk sometimes.
Right.
But I think he took some of Jordan's game and like made it his own. If that makes sense. Like
he took all of Jordan's game and made it better.
Right.
Because he's also done dunks that we never seen. Like he's done shit that we had to
Like,
ask. Like, was that really a dunk?
Have you ever seen Jordan go through his legs? Think about it.
Right.
Jordan's either airing it. I ain't never seen Jordan say, "Oh, I'm gonna."
I think the reason to my answer for your question would be that one, like you said, it is a generational thing. Like it's hard to. It's like when you listen to albums.
Right.
We could say that album didn't age well, but were you there for the impact?
Right.
Do you remember everybody gathering around the TV and at the bar and going crazy for this one person, no matter what city they was in?
Mm-hmm.
And Mike was the first time we've really seen a champion of that type, as far as he transcended marketing things that the NBA never did before, because they banned his first pair of sneaks. Like it wasn't even a thing when he got into the league.
Right.
So he opened up a lot of stuff. We saw his tenacity. We saw him win 3 in a row and then come back and do it again. And like stuff like that always sticks out as far as the impact and the time. And then when you see the next greatest player look just like that, it's kind of hard to give them one up over.
Right.
But what if
sometimes
they look like that, but they're better?
But that's the thing.
Yeah.
And that's when it comes down to numbers. Now, when you talk numbers, it get real weird.
Right.
Because 5 championships, we might not see another motherfucker win 5 championships in one jersey.
In the fashion that he wanted.
Ever.
Though. It's the fashion that he wanted though. Because he won the first 3, and then everybody's like, oh, you want to cut Shaq. When he came back and he did it, he literally like formed that team.
But you gotta understand too about Jordan and Kobe. They got work ethic, and they went through experiences that made them stronger. Like with Jordan, the Pistons was beating them the fuck
Beat
up.
the brakes off him.
He couldn't win.
He came that whole offseason. He got jacked. He came back and beat them niggas.
Nah,
Kobe, he had the playoffs. His first playoffs, he had 3 air balls.
He had to wait for Scott.
He had to wait for people to. Jordan had to wait for his adversaries to leave. For real. I mean, the last year was the year they beat the Lakers, correct?
The last
that
one.
Was the first one. That was the first one.
I'm saying the Pistons. They had
the Pistons were cooking him. He couldn't get paid.
Right. But I'm saying though, like with Kobe, his first year, if you remember his rookie year in the playoffs against the Jazz, I think he had the 3 air balls.
Yeah, in fact.
After that, it was curtains. Like he came back, worked out.
Let
they
me
had the
ask this in
same
regards to work ethic and tenacity.
Yeah.
Is it true? This is my understanding. I'm not as big of. I mean, I love basketball.
Right,
but I'm
right.
not basketball versus y'all. But is it true that in Jordan's earliest days he wasn't the best player? That he wasn't the best among his team? Maybe in college days.
I mean, in North Carolina. At North Carolina, he was good. He wasn't somebody that you would look at as, next level, he's going to be elite.
Yeah. Right.
When he got drafted into the... But see, the thing about it, it makes it weird. Because if you watch anything in NBA history, from the time Mike was in college to the time Mike was Mike, he was always on the sideline. He was on the sideline at the dunk contest laughing at Dominique and them. He was on the sideline at the... Like, he always was there. So somebody knew he was nice, but... When he became your airness was in the league. Like we've seen it. We saw him progress into that. We saw him look bad for a season or 2 first.
So I wanted to speak to the tenacity and the work ethic as regards
wasn't really the first 9.
Right.
So I just want to say that
domination came after the first 9.
So my point in that is that he put the work in. He was talking about the work ethic that they both had. And so I was just talking about how you saying the air balls versus not being the top one your whole entire life. Because Kobe, like he was the top for a long time. He might have had 3 air balls, but he was nice.
Right.
From the courts,
courts,
right? So I just wanted to make that comparison.
Well, the Big Mike story is that he didn't make varsity. You know what I mean? The Big Mike story is Mike was cut from varsity, so if you could do it too, type of thing. So at some point, he had to go through what you're talking about, where it's just like, man, tenacity. Like you got to know that you want it and how to
keep pushing.
But and as much as it's a mindset, there's still a skill to it. Like you don't just work out every day and just be. But what are you working on?
Right.
Who are you talking to?
But showing up is
Who do you take your cue
everybody
from?
Everybody get pushed down, don't even keep showing up. Showing up.
It's
is
a
part of
process
it.
though too. You know what I'm saying? Like with Jordan, his rookie year and all that, he was a ball hog. Like shit. Like he was just scoring, and he realized like he gotta change his game. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a learning experience, I think. But that makes you great because they never give up. They always working. Their ego never. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got some people where they just worry about.
He didn't. I mean, we all needed Scotty to win a championship. Let's be for real.
Mhm.
But it wasn't as much that he waited on a Scotty as in just like with Kobe. As much as he is a dog and an animal and he's persistent, we watched Kobe learn how to lead.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just automatically know how to lead. Like they said, like at practice, Kobe will run around all 5 people, dribble the ball, dunk on everybody, and it'll be nothing every day. Then he had to figure out, hold up, I gotta learn how to get them involved. Because in high school, it's enough for Kobe to run around everybody, score 40, we gonna win.
That shit's magical.
You see what I'm saying? So Mike, you can't take away from Mike as great as he was, that he had to learn how to lead. And he still had struggles with that. We heard a lot of stories about shit that happened in them practices and them locker rooms from Mike that might not have been the best leadership skills. He done smacked everybody upside their head. You know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, you have to learn how to being great as an athlete and being a great leader is 2 different things. Like, we know James Harden could score 50 every night, but is he going to propel them anywhere besides his scoring title?
So here's the thing about, and I'm glad that you pointed that out. Them dudes are great players, but they don't know how to win
At all.
And I remember when I was young, I was taught not so much to be a great player, but to know how to win.
Because that's how we used to lose to the old heads all the time. We'd be nicer than we'd be up 8. Them niggas start hacking, slow the game down. Next thing you know, we lose by 2 and be mad at each other, and they cracking up because they know we didn't know how to win.
They be like, check rock.
I play ball every Saturday, and a lot of the cats are starting to get younger and younger and younger. And then sometimes they sit down on the bench and they talk to me like, yo, y'all slow, whatever, you know. I'm like, but we still winning because we know the game. Some of these cats is just running around trying to do all the hard moves, trying to do the jump back,
trying to be Steph
Curry's, and I'm like, yo, when I tell them about shortening the game and playing Spurs ball, they sitting there looking at me like, yo, what are you talking about? I'm slowing the game up. I'm shortening the baseline up for you so you can't use your speed. Like a lot of guards, they like, I'm faster than you. It don't matter if I shorten the field up and defend you a little bit further back and make you force you to shoot a jump shot. Like they don't know stuff.
And the fact that you think you're athletically superior leaves me to put you where I want you to be without you even knowing it.
Exactly.
I put you there and you think you doing something.
And that's
you like, oh, hey, give me this. I'm sweet.
And that's
you think I'm sweet? No, you are.
And that's another thing they don't get. They don't know that I'm playing chess right now. I want you to do this versus do that. I'm turning you in the middle of the game and you don't even realize I'm turning you. I'm jab stepping you because I want you to step over just an inch to the left so I can go right. Vice versa. They don't get that. They just like, yo, I'm out here shooting at speed. I'm Steph Curry. And it's like, yo, you don't know Steph put in the work too, but you don't see it because you're not taught it. All these kids now, man, they get some coach see a talented kid, yo, we gonna put him in AAU. And AAU is just running gun. Ain't nobody
it's a lot
teaching
of
them
all-star
the game.
games nowadays.
Yeah, it's all it is.
Looks like a big all-star game.
That's all it is, man. Like cats don't get the time to actually develop and learn. And that's what I love about Kobe because he's probably the last of that breed of that developed and learned. Because if you look at everybody that came after them, a lot of these cats needed to go to college for like 2 years and learn simple shit. Press breaks and motion offense. Like after Kobe, it was nobody. Before Kobe, you had dudes like Tim Duncan, the big fundamentals. He knew everything.
You know what is a fundamental rule of basketball and what fucks me up? Because if you know this and depending on how you ingest it, it makes all the difference of how you approach the game. Basketball is a game of runs. Period. It's a game of runs. No matter how much you run now, you still got to balance that out. No matter what kind of run, if they can score 20 in a quarter, you can score 20 in a quarter too. Like, everybody has the same time. Who's going to make sure that when the time is right, you're at the end of your run and getting your shit off? Or coming down enough saying, we don't need no more.
Exactly.
And that's what happens with youngins. When you play youngins, they get caught up in just going. If y'all keep running down here and popping up shots and we keep getting the first rebound, this ain't gonna last all day.
No second chance points.
It's not gonna last. Because at some point, you gonna go cold, we gonna get hot, something is gonna shift, and then y'all gonna start arguing, and we gonna start laughing, and then we gonna be on the sideline, y'all gonna be like, oh, hey, you still ain't shit. The only reason you tell me I still ain't shit is because I'm about to get back on the court.
Exactly.
Like, it's a fact.
And Kobe was that old head. You ever watch him play against cats? It's like,
remember when he told Kyrie?
Yo, he talking dirty.
He told Kyrie, he said, Kyrie, your dad would smack you if he heard you say that shit. He said, your dad don't believe that shit. Ask your dad about
me. Seen when he battled, I said battle. He bet Gerald Wallace at the free throw line.
Yep.
Yeah.
$500,000.
Yeah.
500,000.
Yo, Kobe, I love Kobe, man. He took that Jordan, I'm gonna talk dirt to you and I'm gonna still drop 60 on you, and there's nothing you could do about it.
He be talking crazy to his teammates and all that. Like,
how many points do you think he could have really scored in the 81 game?
Nigga, he only played, 3 quarters, right?
At the end of the
Yo, I was mad about that. I'm like, why you sitting him?
That was the Wilt game.
Yeah, that was the Wilt game.
Jalen got about 45.
Yo,
them Jones.
Yo,
Jalen got like a heavy. Jalen got at least 38.
Person was Person was Morris Peterson. He was drilling more.
Then they started tripping.
Then he got in foul trouble.
Mo was too small for him.
Mo got in foul trouble, and they said that even though Jalen can't play D, we gotta put Jalen on him because of length.
Physicality.
You know what I mean? Then Jalen went in the huddle and was like, yo, we need to double this ball. Like, there's no way I'm sticking him by myself. Whatever, man, they threw everything. The kitchen sink. And Kobe was like, I'm not trying to hear that, man. Okay. Kobe got in the zone, and that's it. Them dudes, like, back in the day, though, niggas wouldn't score 81 on me. Let's keep it funky.
Bro, if you average 25, you scoring 7 to 11 points on me.
You going over 30, somebody got to take you out.
All my fouls.
Yeah. Somebody got to take you out. Arm broke, hand broke.
You getting a lot of your points from the line, and you still going to wind up with a maximum dozen.
Do y'all remember where y'all was at? That 81-point game?
I was in my living room.
I don't remember where I was at, actually. Probably a heavy drinking point in my career. But yeah, but I do remember when it happened. I was watching it, and then when it played out and everybody's talking about it, I'm like, but he sat down.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think nobody was watching it. It was like they sat him though.
I was mad
like
about
we
that.
watched AI stay in the game to get 40 and 50 for way less.
Yeah.
Right.
And they sat my guy. I'm like, oh man.
I was home. I wasn't supposed to be watching the game. The only reason I got caught is because when they set him down, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm sitting there like, y'all not gonna put him back in for the next 19?
My mom came downstairs.
Yeah.
I'm snapping at.
What was the coach name?
Like, what the fuck are you doing?
It was
what was the coach name they used to coach?
What are you doing?
When he was keeping AI, so AI could keep the 40-point streak going.
It was
John something, brown skin boy, young black guy. What was his name? All I know is one season AI he kept leaving AI in to get 40 and 50 points to keep this average going.
You talking about John Thompson?
Wasn't John Thompson?
You
That's
talking about
George
college? Yeah.
I'm
John
talking
Thompson?
about in the NBA. He was on the Sixers. He was a Sixers coach, but he was only the coach for like a year, maybe even a half a season.
Yeah.
But he kept keeping AI in, and I remember going to a tournament at Finley
before Larry Brown.
Yeah, right before Larry Brown, and he was the JV coach for one of the teams in the tournament. After being a Sixers coach.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, damn, that's what happened when you leave Ireland? Like,
boy got demoted.
Bro, he wasn't even the varsity head coach. And I know for a fact because we used to work the table. We used to get paid to work the tables at the game, the clock and all that shit. So, like, I always was down there for them joints. That's a quick $30 an hour. You fucking crazy? That shit used to be lit.
Dude, how, I know,
Pull your mic up.
I know EG was your man, like Eddie Griffin.
Yeah.
like how do these two tragedies like gonna connect for you?
That's a good question.
I ain't gonna lie. My man posted like 8-9 pictures of Kobe the other day, right? And 4 of them had Ed in them in the NBA, like playing defense or whatever, or on a foul line or whatever. And that shit really it hurts because it hurts for multiple reasons. It's like when you coming up and you playing ball and you trying to become a young man, these are the people around you that made it and that showed you what it takes to make it and shit like that. And it always hurts to lose that because that's a light. But also, like, a lot of my community is intertwined with both of them brothers. A lot of people that I know and care about personally really care about them people. Like, I care dearly about Ed. You know what I mean? I know a lot about that man, as a human, off of the court. And I've never played with anybody that made the game of basketball easier to play than Ed. Like, you could cheat, bro. Like, you have no idea what it's like to have a nigga behind you that is going to block 9-10 shots a game and keep 7 of them in play.
Right.
So when he ain't punching it, he's catching that shit and outletting it to me. I'm the guard. So I can even cherry picking used to be just let the nigga go get his shit beat. Like, let him pass you. Ed got it. Get stuck, throw it towards the rim. Ed got it. Nigga come fly over everybody, dunk this. It'd be a horrible pass. If you got stuck in the corner, throw that shit near the rim. And I had Ed and Tamal. And some people know Tamal. Like, he played beside Ed. He was a younger nigga. You want to talk about animals? Like, I've never, and I played Lynn, John Cox, a lot of them. You can name anybody in this city that came up in my era. I either played around them, beside them, under them, or against them in some form or fashion. Ed made the game easy. Kobe made the game exciting. He made me like the things that Kobe did physically as a 2 and a 3. That's what I wanted to do. I'm athletic. I can shoot. I never had his handle, but I could jump out the building. I could shoot the ball. I have the tenacity to always want the ball when it counts. Model a lot of shit after these people. So it's like it hits me from a multitude of places. But at the end of the day, it's like I told Puff. A lot of people, when celebrities die, I see a lot of people come to realizations that I came to in my personal life, 19 years old, 17 years old, just losing people. You know what I mean? When people say, well, damn, I want to make sure I love people more and I want to care about my loved ones and I only want to do things that make sense in my life and I got to serve my purpose. And that's why I live the way I fucking do. It's because when I was losing 5 and 10 people, they wasn't the bad guys.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They wasn't dumb. It was good motherfuckers, square people that was dying from any and everything you could think of, from murder by the hands of the police to diabetes to colon cancer before they was 30. Like,
murder by the homies.
Homie get killed over a parking spot right after graduating college by a nigga that don't own a car.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, that makes you put shit in perspective where you already know, like, it ain't about what you do. You could be the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? And I went through a lot of shit. And part of the reason that I am SippinWitSammie is because of that. Like, I started drinking to cope. I started drinking to sleep. So these things don't hit me as hard. They just reiterate the lessons and the other shit, and they make me worry about other people more.
Yo, let's get a shot in for Kobe, man.
If y'all got something I drink, is it Henny Black over here?
You're not gonna drink that beer?
What?
That beer?
No.
Thank you.
Let me see what's going on, man.
She like she about to sock me.
They want me to sip something for Kobe Bean Bryant.
We gotta take a shot for the mama.
You don't know about now.
You don't got nothing near cognac here?
I got cognac.
He said I got cognac.
It's all in the brown
Where
section.
the chips and shit at?
I was in the brown section.
We need snacks down this bitch.
Unless I had some Henny in there. Unless it's all.
No, I think they got you.
They got you for
They
that.
got me.
You know, that's the first thing to go.
Yo, people come over my house, man. They go straight to the brown.
I think they got all the Henny out here playing.
Hers,
Straight to the Henny.
Henny and Duce, I can't keep that shit.
Yo, Duce, I'll fuck some Duce up.
That's my shit.
In a
Cheeks.
heartbeat.
He said, he talking about.
But
Now y'all judging me.
Don't be talking about my folks, okay?
You know what? You know what?
Boy, you gotta do
He
something, man. You gotta get
fishing.
this shit.
Yeah, he fishing.
You gotta get this shot in, man.
Y'all got me on camera about to drink some. What the
And you
fuck?
better keep this shit in. You kept my
Man, he
shit
got on
there,
bend.
you better
He
keep
got
my
on
shit
bending
there.
knees like.
And I gotta keep talking.
I gotta go to work, so.
Cause he
I
fucking
don't drink
fancy.
too
He wanna
much.
have some cognac. This is French. What you say? What you call it? What you call it?
France. France. Word. Let me get that cup.
Zutalo.
My man,
Let me get that cup about you.
You ain't finding a little split
This
of
boy,
that shit.
man. This boy always find Henny
I'm a
somewhere.
He
beast.
have the airplane size.
I'm a fucking beast.
It's like Hennessy just appeared.
Look, now he want. Now
You
he
got the
want.
little
Now he
teeny
want to put it in the
jar?
cup.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why
Boy
you
got,
think so
boy got
much?
the airplane Henny.
When you a professional, you do the look away pour. Fuck you mean?
That's
I know where it's
That's
going.
Kobe.
Yeah.
Kobe. I know where it's going.
Listen.
Speaking of which,
Hold on. Real talk. Mamba, Kobe, the bull had many names. Ice in his veins.
Crazy.
24-8. That's my new. I gotta get shirts made say 24-8. This bull was the epitome of basketball. We're never gonna see anybody like him ever again in my lifetime. It's not gonna happen.
Never.
To Black Mamba, rest in peace. Also rest in peace, GG.
word.
Rest in peace.
All those that we lost.
So can we get into the bullshit
Now,
now? With it?
Hold on, before the bullshit, since we calm. Definitely want to give a rest in peace to Maya Hazel. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Cause a whole lot of fly shit that y'all know about me. She supported that shit the whole way coming up. Make sure I knew what the fuck I was doing out here these streets. And we appreciate Hazel. So since we sipping and giving shout outs, we going one more again. You know what I mean? For the auntie.
RP on Hayes.
Appreciate y'all.
While we on the subject, I got a funeral tomorrow, so rest
Listen,
in
all
peace
we
to
lost.
Uncle Jay.
Word.
Uncle Jay.
All we lost.
Absolutely.
That's my man's right there.
I was just looking at them my pics. Oh, niggas was playing.
Rest in peace to Uncle Jay.
Now,
Lost a real one.
Trail made me think of something when he said what he just said about Kobe. Remember, like, there was this whole thing of like we always felt like Jordan didn't do enough for people and didn't speak up enough for people, and now we see how great LeBron is at speaking for social justice and philanthropy and his endeavors out off the court. But Kobe was the transition between that, right? Wasn't Kobe?
Yo,
Did
that was
Kobe
my
do all the
whole
shit Mike ain't do?
Yeah.
Yo, that was my whole point.
Like
I
off the
forget
court,
none of that.
like. And I'm not trying to make this a
Yo.
Kobe versus Mike thing, but I think we need to acknowledge, like, he kind of taught niggas how to be the superstar athlete and not compromise with the, well, I don't want to do that because Republicans and Democrats buy my sneakers.
Yo,
Yeah.
do you know that he was one of the founding donors for the African American
Museum?
Yeah.
He was one of the founding donors, giving him $1 million. Hold up, this is what this is where I come from.
Yeah,
I
talk
hear
that
y'all
shit, Saf.
Hey, y'all talk about the basketball, but I really like his philanthropy and
Talk
his
about it.
humanitarian work.
Talk
Like,
about it. Let them know.
yo, he gave $5 million to I think it's a Chinese fund that he gave $5 million to help the Chinese the kids of the Republic with their sports and cultural programs, Make a Wish, after school program. I mean, he really gave millions.
They
and
said he
millions
got
of
$2 billion
dollars his time.
empire.
Yo, he fucks
Yes.
with China and
They
Japan.
said
heavy.
Yeah.
his
They
net worth
love him
about
over
$2 billion at this point.
They love
Yeah,
him.
so he been
Mind you,
heavy.
he had the team in Italy.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, and then that's another thing. He's an accidental.
So he a
international-
global force.
He's
Yes,
an
he is.
accidental international ambassador for the league
Yes.
at some point because he recruited a lot of them players that played with him because just imagine Kobe come to you speaking to you in your fucking language.
Right.
For real.
Like, bro, come on, we good. Let's hoop in your language.
Right.
And just like what Lucas said, he was about to inbound the ball. He heard somebody speaking to him in his language. He turned around as Kobe cracking up. He said, what'd he say to him? He said, I can't repeat it. Like, Kobe with the shits. Like, this motherfucker, he made international people feel like they were part of him. You know what I mean? And it was all the time. It was constant. Because we know he spoke about 3 languages, but he learned some other shit he ain't learned when we knew he spoke that.
Right.
So, like, you talking about a genius and someone that went out of their way to make people feel welcome to come here and do the shit that we're enjoying right now. Because the league was falling the fuck off. Nobody want to admit that. After the Mike thing, it was up for grabs. And whenever Kobe wasn't at the top, it was weird. It was times where like we needed Bryant. We needed Kobe. We needed a LeBron. We needed a LeBron when Bron came. But see, Bron came, Steph came, Melo came, Dwayne came. It wasn't like that. Like, it was AI and them.
Right. I was about to bring
And
it up.
I was the midget they ain't respect. Kobe was
about to
the
bring
young
it up.
boy they ain't respect.
I was about to bring all that up.
And it was a stretch after that.
Yep. And Al cracked Mike his rookie year.
Yo, that was nasty.
Sure did.
That was his rookie
That
year.
was
Everybody
nasty.
forget
Yes,
that.
no.
That was low cut Mike.
tattoo.
No, sir.
That was low cut, no tat.
no straight backs.
Cut him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Went back to him,
Right.
cut him again.
Like
Yes.
I know who you are, but you about to get disrespected.
Speaking of rule changes.
made him retire.
Speaking of rule changes.
Made him retire. Yo.
They made an AI rule. They made Kobe rules.
Yo, but Kobe and AI, they go hand in hand.
I was thinking that too. I was just
Changing
thinking
the
that.
culture. I love them too. But when they came in the league, AI was kind of like, I'm the culture. I'm the hip hop culture, and I'm changing this. We ain't wearing no suits, no meetings, and all that. Right. And Kobe's like, I'm the elite athlete.
I was about to say that.
This.
I was about to say
I'm a
that.
black elite athlete, and there's nothing y'all can do about it.
I was about to say that because you know what, the one thing Kobe did, he might have talked trash and all that, but I still think anything he did it with grace. I will say he did it with grace, and you just pointed it out.
I think outside of like regional appeal, part of the reason why some people were more Kobe fans and some people were more AI fans was because they gave you the two sides of the dichotomy.
For sure.
Exactly.
Yep.
What reflected
yin and
you
the
and what
yang,
you was
baby.
into.
Yin
You
and
know what I
yang.
mean?
Yep.
They gave you AI that was saying practice when I hate to say that because it was blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
But you had a Kobe who they said was weird and was never going to be right because all he do is go to practice and go to the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Remember they used to say that? They was like, yo, all Kobe do is go to the movies and work out like
But
nobody likes him.
Boy, Matt Barnes was like, Kobe ain't start hanging out till he came to the team.
Yep.
Matt was like, before that, he was like, yo, like Kobe was in the gym. And he'd be like, yo, Kobe, we got to do something, man.
Listen
Let's
to
go
how
out.
he met his wife. He met his wife on a video shoot
Crazy.
that she was in for him. Then they went to Disney World every week for a year. Bro, like just listen to what I'm talking. Like he didn't even like they and that's why at that
And
point
Disney
even
World
though
ain't
it was
that hype
hectic-
for adults either. Let me just put that up.
Not at all.
Disney World is better than Disneyland. But I feel like they was
Well,
in
it might have been
Disneyland.
Disneyland. I think
Disney
it was
World
Disneyland.
is shit.
Either or though,
Disneyland.
man.
But that's how you kind of know, like,
fun, like-
regardless of the
Nah, Disney
the
World got the
stigma,
BET experience. I don't know about Disneyland.
but like that's how you know Vanessa was made for him.
exactly.
Cause what
Right.
other chick is dating
riding
an
for that
NBA
every year.
dude to go to Disneyland every
Every
week?
year.
Right.
Experience in life was like they're like
They was children.
thing. They just experience.
They was kids.
Did he go against his parents for her though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they saying he's still estranged from his mom.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
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 You know what I
His
like?
dad
though?
too.
You know what I do love about all of this? You know what I'm saying? All of this love that Kobe gave. It's because it just shows that you should love your folks.
I was about to say that
from the
too.
county.
Okay. I wasn't gonna say that.
Because it just seems as though our impact on the Philadelphia community is great. You know, so I think that we should all give a second. You know, just
I love
shout
my
out
I
our
love my
county.
homies from Ardmore.
Okay,
yo.
pause. What I was gonna say
She paused
was
it.
Shout
that
out to my man KB.
you should give
just
people their
paused you.
flowers. Like, pause. Because what I thought he was gonna say was you should give your folks their flowers. Like, that's what I was going with. But then he was talking about from the county. Like,
No.
They got whole grass,
That's county
flowers,
Kravitz.
and
No, the
bushes.
reason I say that though, the reason I say that is because it was a very long stretch
What?
until the Eagles finally won something where
Here you go.
Philadelphia didn't take, you know what I'm saying? They didn't accept Kobe for real. A lot of people go out.
you are mixing apples with oranges. What county football teams do you have? There are no county football teams. Like, what are you talking about?
This is the point. The point
You don't put the
is-
camera on it.
The point is, the county impact on Philadelphia should be more highlighted. And it's beautiful to see how highlighted Montgomery County is.
So besides
This
yourself and Kobe, what has Montgomery County done for Philly lately?
everything, Terrell George, we've given you guys everything, bro. Willow Grove, number one, to give y'all some history, number one, Willow Grove was the music capital of America at one point in time.
That's
Yo,
number one.
you-
So let's do some history.
Willow Grove was
In the
Motown.
70s, where-
I'm like, I know about
I'm like, hold on, I
TSOP.
just came from Detroit.
No.
I just came from Detroit. Hold on, bro. I gotta hear this.
What year was this?
Willow Grove was an amusement park. It was an amusement park.
You
It
lied.
was an amusement park.
Why do you
And
think they got the carnival shit
not.
over?
No, it was an amusement park.
Oh,
It was an amusement park. No, Willow Grove Park Mall. But I'm saying, what year was that? What year? What year?
Historical musical acts
y'all
came
crazy.
across the world.
Gamble and
We
Huff
were
was
the
from there?
musical capital at one point.
Gamble and Huff from there?
I want to say TSOP is what I'm talking about. My
That's what I'm
main
saying,
man.
We
like-
were the music capital at one point.
What type of music are we talking about,
You
though?
can
Folk
Google it.
music?
What type of
All
music?
music.
My-
Across the world.
Get the fuck out of here.
From across the world.
Yo.
I gotta take it back to.
Y'all wouldn't have Primark if it was
I was
fun.
with you. I was with you.
Primark.
All y'all wouldn't have. Y'all, look, y'all wouldn't have Primark.
Y'all would have never seen a Chipotle if it wasn't
Y'all
for
would have
us.
never seen Chipotle. Wawa. Wawa. They would have never.
I'm from Uptown. We had one in Chestnut Hill for hundreds of years.
I know.
Justin Hill. That's considered.
I'm 5 minutes from Wawa.
He
though.
get-
But I'm 5 minutes from Wawa. I gotta drive through 3 counties to get to your Wawa. They don't like me nowhere out there.
Chestnut Hill's not considered.
They don't like me nowhere out
If
your
you be
way.
like, I'm from Chestnut Hill. They be like, oh, you saw it. They won't respect you.
If you say you from the county, they say you
But
from.
they respected the fact that we had a Wawa back in the day and niggas nowhere else had a
Y'all
Wawa.
had to get away.
And I was from Uptown, so I never had to tell nobody I was from Chestnut Hill. I'm Mount Airy. I'm good. Super good.
Uptown was the part of the county.
You pull up on my block back in them days, man. You weren't talking crazy.
Right.
And South was probably pulling up in an Escalade or a Mustang or a skirt. Shit. You wasn't, we was doing things while going on in the county, man.
Everything.
Capital of the world.
The world, Craig.
The world.
The world. The world, Trail.
He was like, yo, fuck
In the
Motown.
The world, Trail.
It couldn't have been the 70s, my man.
I'm telling you.
The 70s is Motown.
Let me tell you how much of a fact finder I am.
Marvin Gaye ain't
Hold
got
up,
shit on
pause.
this.
I'm so much of a fact finder. Way back, you was trying to figure out who the goddamn coach was in the basketball. You were talking about Johnny Davis.
Yep.
Okay.
I told you it was
So
John
you
something.
these facts?
Johnny Davis was the coach that I was talking about.
Yeah,
He wound up coaching JV next year.
Of America with orchestras and bands, especially John Philip Sosa, who was a regular in the band show.
Who fucking knows him?
1926 is
The 20s.
1920.
Yo, hold on. Now,
America at some point, though.
Now, I'm gonna keep it G with you.
Well,
This is why there's always a hierarchy. Hold on. This is why there's a hierarchy at the basketball court. Cause you always get this one young nigga that want to tell you something was the 70s that was the 20s. When there's a nigga that was out there in the 70s sitting right next to it. There's always one young nigga that's going through that. That's why there's always a hierarchy.
I'm like,
No,
when did that
you
happen?
can play on A court. You might can't call winners for a couple years though. You know what I mean? Cause you came up during anarchy. You don't understand. It's a process, bro. You just had to get out there and get chose.
For real.
Yo.
I always got chosen.
I don't know, man. Nah.
I'm
This-
first
this
game
time-
every run, so I never had them problems. You know, I don't want to get into what your status was.
I wish I was.
I'm first game every day.
Yo.
That was how I was handling it.
Fucking love y'all.
Wilson.
And Trell know all my people. They'll tell you.
1920s, yeah.
When it was checking up time, the bull was out there.
We'll give you the
He
20s.
said the 20s.
We'll give you the 20s.
Bro, America was the capital of the country.
Yeah.
I mean, Philly was the capital of America back then.
It wasn't no Motown back then.
It was no DC.
You know what I mean?
It wasn't no fucking White House.
Shit.
Y'all got Wawa cause of us.
This nigga talk about before White
Y'all
House.
got Wawa cause of us. Y'all got Wawa cause of us.
We had Wawa first.
Y'all did not have Wawa first. Are you serious? They would have did put Wawa across the Shelton Avenue.
Yo, you are silly,
So they
cuz.
brought it to
He said the Cheltenham Avenue.
This show him. Yo, you don't understand how hard he ride for the county and then go on Facebook and beef with all of them. It don't even make no sense, yo.
So hold up, question. When you was on your tour and they said where you from?
Willow Grove. Always and every
His name is County Kravitz. He has to say that.
I
He actually did that the right way.
I can't stand a motherfucker.
Oh no, I went to college with them.
I rep.
And we'll go. I take a Willow Grove before I take Phoenixville and Coatesville.
Oh, you know my man
Reading
Still?
all of them.
and
I
York.
rock with Phoenixville, Coatesville,
I seen it all.
You know my man Still?
I seen a chick say she
I'll
was
take a
from
Willow Grove
16th and
because I can take
Dolphin.
the 22 right there.
No, bitch said she was from 16th and Sescu. We like where? She couldn't say nothing else. We like because you heard where they play basketball at.
bro.
Right.
Oh, so you know Marine and them?
I know everybody, bro. That's
She burnt a bunch of people too. They quarantined her
All right,
room.
hold on. We're getting off track. It's about Kobe.
No,
Listen.
listen.
Kobe with the county.
No, I'm gonna keep it G.
That's where he got back. He brought it right back.
I'm gonna
to
keep
him.
it G. Hold up. This is Sippin with Sammie, so we can get off track, but we can't all talk at once. That shit sounds horrible on that side.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. So
Okay, like,
Man, come on, yo.
yo,
so like
this shit is in my ear.
either way, you niggas took a shot and forgot how to take turns.
You gonna get to the shit start?
As soon as we took
So
the
now-
shot, that was it.
Now let's get to the shits.
That was
Yeah.
it.
What's the shits, twin?
Yo, I'm just tired of like all these tragedies just happening, like, and people think it's a coincidence, man. Like, shit don't be adding up, man.
Oh, here you go with the conspiracy.
See, that's what I mean. Like,
I'm a conspiracy theorist.
yeah.
No, I'm a conspiracy theorist. This is the one time that I believe that the shit ain't.
All right, look, right.
This is the one time.
I
in
know
life.
y'all been on flights. And
My man, I
everything,
believe
right?
in aliens. I'm not even gonna fucking hold you.
First of all,
I've been in helicopters.
First of
I
all,
believe
we can
I
fly.
believe all this.
Anybody can fly in fog. Like, it's cool. Second of all, like, if you look at the video,
You started off bad.
yo,
We can't even drive in fog. When it's foggy, they be like, "Yo."
so you never
visual
flown
less than a
a plane
mile.
when it's foggy outside.
Yeah, I have, and I've been scared.
Yeah, but it's levels, bro.
But they can fly. That's what I'm.
There's
saying.
levels.
Like, they
I've
can do
never
it.
flown. I've probably.
But I'm saying, if you look at the video, the chopper came off.
Because it probably hit something. in
A
the fucking
professional,
fog.
a professional like flyer, they check everything. That's their protocol. But they can't do anything with the propeller and everything.
That's not what happened though.
They said it was. What happened? What happened?
As far as the propeller coming off, no. Like what happened, they couldn't be seen on radar.
Right.
Which means we talking about super fog, bro. Whenever you see the propeller come off, it hits something.
That's what I said. It hit something.
Yeah.
They didn't crash to the mountain or anything.
You can't see.
Listen to what I'm
You see
saying.
it coming down.
First
You
of
can't
all,
see what it hit.
every picture
Let's
you
look at the
see
video.
show that they crashed into a
You see
mountain.
it coming down. You see the fog.
Everything you see
can't
show
what
they
it
crashed into a
They
mountain.
ain't
Right.
crashed into no fog.
is. They in the middle of the mountains.
Initially, man, that's what y'all want.
This nigga hit a tree.
They want y'all to think that way, man.
Listen, I'm a
I'm telling
conspiracy
y'all,
theorist.
man.
I think my next door neighbor is a fucking alien. Okay. I think the crazy shit. Yeah, the bitch. Yeah.
I'm trying to meet her.
Yo, he want that glow. Try to get that glow. County Crab. She in the county.
What you? The
I'm
eyes,
in the county.
The eyes.
I'm in the county.
Definitely aliens out. We're at the county.
I'm not putting that on film, but I'm in the county.
You know.
You feel me?
Go ahead, Sal. No, we get.
I
Go
will
ahead,
not
Sal.
put
What
that
you
on
saying?
film.
I'm just saying I'm
You a conspiracy theorist, right.
But this is the one time that, I mean, I will give you maybe a malfunction, any of that. But I don't think it was planned. I don't think it was a takeover. I don't feel like the government was trying to get Kobe. Like,
Well,
I feel
And I'm gonna be
It's,
honest.
it's deeper. Like,
I'm gonna be honest.
He had a lot
I
of stuff
literally
going
think
on.
the pilot fucked up, bro.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
Everybody
People
else
that.
down their
Yeah, a
helicopters
lot of stuff
except
going
And
him.
that's
on,
what I
man.
was wondering was because they got special approval. I'm like, well, it's because they celebrities, because they in this area. They said it's not uncommon that they get special
But they
approval.
said they went
You
into
with
a
these
holding
fucking-
pattern
right.
for 15
But I want-
minutes, 45 minutes before the accident, which means they got up there and
It was like,
couldn't
oh
see.
shit.
I want y'all to like really investigate like flying in fog, yo. Flying in.
That's my point. So what I'm saying is because you have these wealthy people who you don't want to disappoint, and they get this special approval.
No.
When they get this approval where they shouldn't be really getting this approval, something like that, absolutely. But and that's what I think that maybe something happened like that. But I don't think it was an intentional or a government
Well, no, I'm saying though, like
conspiracy or anything
if you
like
look
that.
at if you investigate and research flying in the fog, it's very common. First of all.
But in that
Second of
area,
all,
it's also common that
did
people are
y'all know-
grounded for that fog.
Did y'all know that he had a pending lawsuit with a big pharmaceutical company
You know when you
for the
when-
name Black Mamba? Did y'all know that?
Yeah, I do know that, and I know that when you're somebody of Kobe's stature, you have a lot of lawsuits with a lot of big companies.
Right. It's not the first time.
I mean, I feel that, but
And not saying that they don't do funny shit, but this ain't no Epstein.
it's deep, man. It's deeper than rap, man.
This ain't Epstein, bro. And you know what's crazy? Even much more than that. Even if it was some shit like that, I don't even want to carry that. I don't want to carry that
This my
because
man, dog.
but that'll overshadow his legacy.
But no, that's my man, dog. I'm trying to
That'll
figure shit
turn
out.
this whole
You know
thing
what I'm saying?
into some anti. What's going on? So what? So that'll turn it into some other shit that it's not supposed to be, and that's what you got to be careful of. Like, let them give you the facts. Let them figure out what's going on. But to just say people fly in fog is crazy. That's like this nigga saying that they ran and shit in the 70s.
Everybody else was grounded. Like, everybody else was grounded, but they got.
I know I flew in fog like more than 3 times.
Airplanes and helicopters is different too.
A plane, yeah.
You literally yourself flew in fog? Like, you navigated. You were the pilot.
No.
That's what I'm asking you.
So what you? So
the clouds look like fog to me, but that shit ain't fog.
Facts.
That's going through the cloud.
Facts. I'm looking at clouds.
You feel me?
I'm looking at some clouds. I don't know about no fog.
And I done been a passenger in a
but I'm
single
saying though, are y'all just going off?
Four passenger helicopter.
Yeah, I've been in the 4 pup.
Shit's crazy.
I've been in the Cessna.
I held the shit myself.
I've been in super small planes.
Crazy. It's different.
Like tiny
It's a little
planes.
kind of different. It's a little different.
Tiny planes, and I mean from vacation to leisure, I've been in like tiny planes. Like,
but I'm saying though,
I flew from Willow Grove Air Force Base when my brother rented a joint.
Me too.
He let me hold the shit, and I was like, oh shit. Right. So clouds and fog is a little different.
I flew from the Willow Grove, the Northeast pup. We was in a helicopter flying over Manhattan in the 4-seater joint. Like, I've had my experiences in small, and one thing I know about them, 2 things for sure. You notice that it ain't the same as them planes you used to when you in them bitches. Any little thing is not the same as when you was on that 747, yo. Because it's just y'all. Like, it's crazy. I don't even want to get into the feeling of it because then that's going to make me have a phobia of some shit I've already conquered.
I just want people to just like open their mind up real quick, like just because initially, like when people hear stuff, when I say certain stuff like that, they're like, oh no, like just when you get a little time to yourself, just research it and just feel
that's fair. That's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
Because I'm not talking from a place where it's just like I'm just looking on the internet and seeing stuff. Like,
no, we know that. We know you ain't that boy.
I'm very like educated,
yeah,
like
you
intelligent. Like I ain't a dickhead. Like I ain't just gonna say shit.
We ain't going there with that.
We ain't put no dickheads on my mic.
This hit home for me. This hit home for me because like a lot of my peers, a lot of people, rude. A lot of people they fuck with Kobe. We really fuck with Kobe because we respect it, and we know like
heavy.
You know what I'm saying? Heavy. So it's like
me,
this shit hit hard for me. Like. So
yo, you know how many people call my and it was funny because that's what I thought about. I'm like, I'm probably they biggest Kobe friend. Listen, like,
I was having.
You like my closest friends. I gotta call you for everything.
I was having lunch with my youngest sister.
Yeah.
I was having lunch with my youngest sister, and my man hit me. Boom. So yo, this can't be right. Is this true? Like he was looking for me to fact check. TMZ, Kobe died.
That's when we was on the phone.
We in a restaurant. Everybody's like, oh, that can't be right. Man, my phone went, boom, boom, boom. It started. I got texts, calls, Facebook. Like, yo, people were like, yo, because everybody knows I'm a big diehard Lakers fan. And I'm a big Kobe fan.
Exactly.
And my wife hates it. Like, when Kobe was in the playoffs against the Celtics, she was rooting for the Celtics. When he was in the playoffs against whoever, she was rooting for the opposite team. Because just Kobe was that good.
I ain't gonna lie. As a Lakers fan, one of my most disappointing times was when Larry taught this motherfucker Ben Wallace how to shoot a 15-foot jump shot, bro. And he pulled Kobe out the paint Shaq out the paint the whole series, and they beat the shit out of us, yo. From this one motherfucker learning how to shoot a foul shot range wing shot, yo. It was the craziest shit in the world. But we gonna wrap it soon. So before we get out of here, final messages, whether that's to Laker Nation, Vanessa, the impact is left on y'all. Let's go around. Starting with Poe.
Poe.
Peace and blessings to that man family.
Word.
Everybody else don't matter.
I heard that. Yeah, that's solid.
So, on the heels of that, I'm going to say, thoughts and prayers to everybody that we lost. Everybody was lost in that accident, as well as to Aunt Hazel, Uncle Jay. Like, it's just been a lot of loss. And I think with that, it's important that people just live in the day. Like what I was saying when Chris was talking, give people their flowers. It's really important. Like, we're highlighting Kobe. Yeah, he was highlighting when he was here, but I feel like some of this love he could have probably appreciated when he was here. So
I feel like most
Feel
people
me?
go through that though. So
I mean, it is what it is. But
Yeah.
get them they
but
always
you
want
right.
to hear.
You're not wrong.
But shout out, you know, I just feel like the families might be over. I love Kobe as well, but I feel like the families might be overshadowed as well right now. Kobe Bryant's family is definitely had a massive loss, but so did everybody that was involved in the country too. So,
Mhm.
Yeah.
right. I mean, everybody
RIP
involved.
Everybody
did.
that was involved.
Everybody involved did. So that's my message.
Mackin.
I don't know. As a parent, this joint hit a little different.
It did.
You know what I'm saying? Thinking about just like ESPN made a little report saying that like when they like got the bodies and stuff, he was still.
They was holding each other still.
You know what I mean? So like going down in that helicopter, all you can do is look at you can't protect your kid. Like as a parent, that's all you want to do. So as a parent, it hit even more. You know,
It's very scary.
So like just cherish the time that you got. This, like she said, like give me a lot of people like cherish the time you got with your kids. Bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like give them as much guidance as you can. You never know when like
Right.
it's your time.
When you
know what I'm
can't,
saying?
you never know when you won't be able
You
to.
never know. You know what I'm saying? And like those are the things that's gonna last. Like
Right.
his children are gonna remember the things that he told them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shout out to this baby that's not gonna remember anything because she didn't even get a chance to live with her.
Well,
dad.
one blessing that she has is that the world is going to tell her great things about her dad for her existence. And a lot of people we know have lost parents, whether through the system or through death, and they don't have that, and they don't have overseers and caretakers and people they can go talk to. So she's blessed to be in the position of what he's created for her, and that he had the effect on the world that she'll know who her father was, even if she can't
But not
directly.
personally.
But it's sad. It's
She
still
might become
sad.
the next Mamba too. Like,
It's
you know what
still
I'm saying?
sad.
The baby,
I mean,
yeah.
shit. Gigi was on. Gigi was
Gigi
real,
was the
bro.
next Mamba, for real.
Gigi was real.
Yeah,
I
Gigi was
don't.
going to
People
connect
think that they be
UConn.
hyping her up.
Nah,
She
she's
was
tough.
nice.
I was just,
Kobe said he was-
I don't
she
even
was
watch
better than him.
basketball, and I
Yeah.
was just watching a video of her like last week. I don't even watch basketball. I was watching her last week. Like it's crazy.
Everything she
Yeah.
does is for a purpose of scoring the ball.
Right.
I
Period.
think she would have changed the game.
Yeah, he said she was better than him.
She can
like-
shoot.
And he was gonna help her. But go ahead. Let's go on order trail.
Oh yeah, and you gotta say respect the county.
Oh yeah, and also respect the county, man.
Real right.
Word.
Tired.
We fuck with y'all, but you crazy. We fuck with y'all. You just crazy. Go ahead, trail. That's 610. Never mind.
I mean,
484.
484.
484.
412. That new area code.
Why? You want a microphone?
I'm trapped in the hood. That's county stuff right there.
Trail.
yo,
I took some Quillies.
I just got a couple shout outs, man. Shout out to Vanessa and the rest of the kids. Shout out to the Lakers organization where they said we're not gonna say nothing. We're gonna let Vanessa take the lead.
Dope as hell.
I definitely respect that. Coming from that organization, that's why I'm a long time fan of that organization.
They canceled the game and everything.
Everything, Clippers game and everything.
That's why we filming now.
Shout out to the NBA for already saying, yo, we're gonna put him in the Hall of Fame this year.
Yeah, let's skip waiting a week or two. Let's get right to the he got
Let's
it.
get with it.
Cause he was gonna get it anyway. He was one and done anyway.
That was given. That was
Come
given.
on,
We just
man.
having to wait the time.
Yeah.
Shout out to you know what? Shout out to my Facebook friends, man. I didn't see any negativity. Normally cats be like,
You was blessed.
they were
Right.
like- normally cats be like, oh man, it's a celebrity, another celebrity died, but I felt everybody felt this dude's death in the world, and it wasn't those moments where I had to get on there and be like, yo man, like, come on with that nonsense. Everybody loved Kobe, thick and thin. It showed the unconditional love that we have for a dude, no matter what he did right, no matter what he did wrong, no matter what he claimed, no matter who claimed him. There was an ultimate competitor, ultimate player. It hurts because I feel like, you know, I'm a year older than this dude, and he's probably done more than I've done in a lifetime. And he still had more to do. So it was just like I'm hurt because I felt he was probably gonna be a coach. I felt he probably was gonna write some more books. I bought all his books. I felt he was gonna probably win, do the EGOT thing.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he probably maybe another Grammy.
Might even get a boy out of him. We still had time to get a boy out, my boy.
But he ain't need one because Gigi.
Nah, he was good.
I watched Gigi from the time they start putting her Jones on YouTube, and I'm like, Gigi's gonna be it.
I kind of wanted to discuss that too, but we get into that
we'll
next
do that
time.
another time. We do a part 2, man.
Word.
I mean, I can go on about Kobe, man. I respect it.
Yeah, these are final words.
I emulate it. I mean, one thing I want to do is I want to give a shout out to Kobe because he made me realize that he drew me closer to my daughter. Right after all this happened, my daughter plays ball, and I just came from watching her game today.
And I see the pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
She working.
She wears the number 8 because of him. She when she made her first All-Star game, she wore the number 24 in 2006 when he changed his number to 24 for him. She emulates him. She sent me a text and was like, "Dad, that's my idol. This hurts." And I heard for her.
And with her.
Like,
But you heard with her.
I heard, yeah. And I'm just like, yo, like, she texting me every day now. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's been a couple of days, but it's a constant communication. It's a constant of me and drawing her closer to me. And I feel a vibe with her that it after the death of those two was just like, yo, like we gotta grow stronger, Dad.
Yeah.
Even though we have a great relationship, but I think with this, it opened my eyes up of, yo, that's my daughter. She's wonderful. I'm a what the reporter said before, I'm a girl dad. I love my girls, yo.
That girl dad thing was
girl
deep.
Dad was the truth.
That was deep.
I'm gonna leave it on that note of girl dad. I really appreciate that.
Well, I'm nice. It's nice that your family got a blessing from this loss. You know what I mean? That's a beautiful thing. A lot of stuff comes from tragedy, and we never want to look at the bright spots and the blessings of it. So that's something that immediately was something that you realized as a change in your dynamic. That's dope as hell. Tourism.
I just want to say, God bless his family, his daughters, his wife. He's just a great guy. I ain't know him personally, but he's just the impact he had in the world, and like all my friends and everything. It's just crazy. But you know, with all these tragedies that happen, like especially people that I care for, like I just want everybody to be aware of stuff that when it happen, like not everything's a conspiracy, but like if something don't feel right, like open your third eye. Just like, you know what I'm saying? Just like don't take time. Like something that's that unusual is always not like fake or anything. Just like, you know what I'm saying? Just take the time out, research and figure stuff out. Cause it's just like too many. Something's always a coincidence, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, it just happened. It's like, I'm not just going to accept anything that I hear from the news or somebody's just telling me, you know what I'm saying? So all I'm asking, you know what I mean? Just open your eyes, man. Like it's something going on out here that's it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna figure that shit out before I die. So
when you figure it out, we gonna do a whole nother episode about your theories. But
I'm gonna have all that shit figured out.
All right.
Tune in next time.
My turn. Like I said, man, I learned a lot from fucking Kobe. Like just watching Kobe grow as an athlete and as a man. And one of the things that I try, one of the parallels that I see between me and Kobe is the want and the will for our people to want to work or to be as great as they say they want to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? One thing everybody said about Kobe was like, if you said you wanted to do some dope shit, he started asking you specific questions of how you planned on achieving that shit. And he held you accountable for that. And he would check back on that. And a lot of the times as a friend, as a colleague or whatever have you, I might be overbearing because I want the same shit out my people. And I don't take excuses as easily as somebody else in your life may, or I might not pat you on your back as hard as you might think that merits, because I know what motherfuckers is worth. And I know that if you take a certain mentality, because everybody makes excuses, everybody say, well, this is how I am. I'm insecure, or I'm this, or I'm that, and this is just the way it is. that just holds you the fuck back. And if I think you dope, then I'm not riding with that. And I feel like what I've heard from people that was around him, unbeknownst to me when I was doing that with my friends, was that he was the same kind of person. He was somebody that he didn't desire you be the best. He demanded you be the best. And not the best on his terms. He didn't tell his daughter to be Kobe. His oldest daughter is a volleyball star. You see what I'm saying? It's not about that. It's about whatever the fuck you gonna do. But let's be great at it. And then we could all meet in the middle at the top and make something beautiful happen. But we can't do that if motherfuckers is making excuses and their friends are enabling it just for comfortability. He will let you be uncomfortable with him for what he believed in out of you. And I feel like that's more of my personality than a lot of the other things he probably embodied. I probably never study as hard as fucking Kobe. I probably never work as hard in the gym as Kobe. But when it comes down to wanting to see the people around me comfortable and happy and be the best that they can fucking be, I'm always on the side of encouraging that, even at fault, to where we might have a Kobe Shaq fallout. You see what I'm saying? These things are human. And that's what's weird about people trying to sum up his life in, but he went through that shit with Shaq. But he went through that shit in Colorado. Well, shit, I went through that shit in Bel Air. You went through that shit in King of Prussia. You went through that shit in fucking West Philly. You went through that shit. Like, who the fuck ain't went through? You went through some shit in the county. Like, who ain't went through some shit? But how does that stop what the fuck else you could do before you get the fuck out of here? How you manicure your village? Because that's what he did. That's what LeBron is doing. That's what the people in the know are doing. They're designing the environment they want to be in. They're bringing people to a position to flourish in the kind of environment that they think is ideal as much as they can control. So when you look at it and you look back and we talk about assets, look at where those assets lead to. You look at Jay-Z assets. Everybody said, well, shit, he ain't made a quarter of that shit off music. Look where that shit leads to. Look where it comes from. Look where it goes back to. Look where the cycle is for. It's an environment. It's a mentality. A Mamba mentality is a real thing because everybody can't be the fucking Mamba. But everybody could be the shit where they at.
Right.
So I just want to leave that with motherfuckers because I did spend a lot of time trying to tell people that the bullshit crutches that we call comfortability and confidence are not the way. The way through confidence is to keep working at shit, to know that you can do shit, to know that you can progress, to know that you can do whatever. Not saying, oh, I recognize that I'm cute. I recognize that I'm fly. I recognize that I could jump high. That's not what's going to get it. It's going to be when you get outside of that shit and be like, but damn, why I keep bumping heads with these motherfuckers? What am I not getting? Why I can't progress beyond this in my workforce? They can't all hate just me. You got to do figuring. So if anything I could leave with motherfuckers is just be Mamba-like within making yourself and your situation and your village great. Because all of this shit, everything, when you talk about Trump, when you talk about everything that's going on in society, the only thing I could fucking think of is that Trell got kids. You got kids. You got kids. You got kids. You got a family. We have a fucking village. We need to just motivate each other and make sure that everybody feels comfortable to thrive in our circle. And then we can get the other people after that shit. But that's all I wanted to say, man. It's been another episode of Sippin' with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. I am Sippin' with Sammie. If you ain't Sippin' with Sammie, you ain't sipping right, get your fucking life together. Shout out to Keish upstairs in the kitchen holding it down, man.
Tuesday.
Gotta love Keish, man.
Right.
She let us invade the fucking crib on a weeknight. As she do about this time, but we appreciate it always. Always appreciate that. For real, because a lot of people don't have places like this to go and talk to people and get their shit off and play music loud. Sometimes we just need to play music loud. You know what I mean? Like, it's the little shit. So I'm going to roll this backwood, and Trell going to give us another Trell mix. Make sure you book DJ Trell for bookings. He do everything from City Hall to dollar parties. He just don't work for $1. He just don't work for it. To McDonald's, Grand Oaks. Matter of fact, shout out sis, man. Shout out Danielle.
Yeah, shout out to Danielle, man. Youngest black female to own a McDonald's franchise.
And she got few of them things.
Does her dad own one? Is she the daughter of?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's Dre's wife.
Right.
Dad put her on.
She's family.
Yeah.
That's all family.
She's family.
I had the honor of doing the grand reopening of the club
McDonald's.
on
And
Broad.
they brought the club back. They had trailer and mixing. They was handing out lamb chops. I was in bed pissed.
Before
I
was sick.
Before it becomes official, it's I've been told to come back on some Fridays so
let
we
us
can
know
make
when.
it Club McDonald's.
Let us know
so I'll
when.
definitely let y'all know when once everything gets in.
So that's what we doing, man.
We doing big things, man.
Club McDonald's in my prime. Oh shit.
Listen, yo. Fly Day at McDonald's.
We can do it. But shout out to Danielle, man. For real, man. If y'all don't know what Club McDonald's is, that's Broad and Susquehanna. That's a Broad and Diamond. That's a Philly staple.
Absolutely.
It used to be the Spin Knot. Now we bringing it back, and it's nice in there, man. They did the damn thing to that. So
I saw when
salute
they
to
was
them.
doing the construction. That's what's up.
No.
That's what's up. Shout out to
That's
Danielle.
sis, man. So go through there. Y'all spending money with family when y'all go through there.
That's what's up. That's definitely what's up.
Sippin' with Sammie out.
We out here.
That's the bad guy.
I got some shit to say. You gon' listen up. I can lay you down, or I can build you up. Leave you on E. Nigga, refill it up. Came out the front door, my nigga fresh as fuck. And dirtied up my white tee, and I don't give a fuck. And dirtied up my white tee, and I don't give a fuck. And dirtied up my white tee, and I don't give a fuck. And dirtied up my white tee, and I don't give a fuck. I got some shit to say. You gon' listen up. I can lay you down. I can build you up. Leave you on E. Nigga, refill it up. Came out the front door, my nigga fresh as fuck. And dirtied up my white tee, and I don't give a fuck. And dirtied up my white tee, and I don't give a fuck. And dirtied up my white tee, and I don't give a fuck. And dirtied up my white tee, and I don't give a fuck. I got some shit to say. You gon' listen up. This my presentation. Parting them stains I'm drinking. Fuck around, spill everything. It's Nathan. Spin a nigga past the spot. I got some more paper, more drink, more smoke. Betting anything less to leave the ball broke or leave the ball soaking. Nigga ain't heard one thread. Just that pussy and that's that. How you hating me and you ain't got shit? Really never had shit. Definitely ain't bout shit. Nigga get a life. I'm miles above the nonsense and don't want shit sold on my conscience. So stop it. I'm on another scheme, in another zone, another area code that I call home. When I'm far from home, damn shame when crumb niggas won't leave you alone. I got some shit to say. You gon' listen up. I can lay you down, or I can build you up. Leave you on E. Nigga, refill it up. Came out the front door, my nigga fresh as fuck. And dirtied up my white tee, and I don't give a fuck. And dirtied up my white tee, and I don't give a fuck. And dirtied up my white tee, and I don't give a fuck. And dirtied up my white tee, and I don't give a fuck.
I'm too hot like a boiling pot. I need a ceiling fan. Got bitches on my heels. I got no deal. Still I'm the man. There's a few things that I still don't understand. How a nigga fell victim, pitching all of those grams. Move that way in and out of state. I slang in every land. Let the man make the money. Money never made the man. By the end of this flow, I probably see about 100 grand. Then after that, 1 million. Then after that, 1 billion. Can't stop. Pops told me sky's the limit, no ceiling. Y'all niggas is chillin'. We stacking shillings, plus 9 billing. Y'all is time killing. Got legal money, plus crime billing. Plus we 9 billing. Stop it, we not feeling.
I got some shit to say. You gon' listen up. I can lay you down, or I can build you up. Leave you on E. Nigga, refill it up. Came out the front door, my nigga fresh as fuck. And dirtied up my white tee, and I don't give a fuck. And dirtied up my white tee, and I don't give a fuck. And dirtied up my white tee, and I don't give a fuck. And dirtied up my white tee, and I don't give a fuck. Say, up, down, up, E, up, give a fuck.